Hello and welcome. My name is Andris, but you can call me Dante, and this is America's Winter Championship Best of 5 Series Game 5, Puffin versus Zenstyle. Puffin bringing his Oil Rogue against Zenstyle's Tempo Mage. And as the game begins, Zenstyle probably play Manowar, and yes, he does. A very easy, predictable turn. Zenstyle, of course, is the player that showed early on quite nice potential, but has been struggling for the past year to do anything significant, so this might be the turnaround that he's looking for. Versus Puffin, who is, of course, the Innkeeper Showdown Tournament champion winner. Zenstyle thinking what to do for his turn 2. Probably go with the Sorcerer's Apprentice, so yes he does. Now the question is, does he want to apply a lot of pressure by playing Coin, Manowar, and then pop those spells? But he might be afraid that if he commits too much, Puffin will just be able to deal with it. Let's say Blade Fury style, and that's gonna be it. Puffin, however, is able to deal with Zenstyle's board by other means. That is, prep this SI agent, to which Zenstyle answers with his own spells and removal, and still can commit the board. But we do see by Zenstyle's can that he doesn't have a lot of steam left. Not the best of the spots. While Puffin is slightly in a better spot, contemplating on playing that oil and removing the Manowar. Given that this is a Tempo Mage, I understand that contemplation. Your goal is just to remove Zenstyle's minions, not giving him a good start. Given that Puffin's not really in a position to apply pressure of his own, so he's still debating over does he want to use that oil or not. There was a possibility of using this and then just hit. Would be the same effect, but he values this more in this turn. Mirror Image is drawn and played, which will help him protect whatever comes out of Mirror Entity. Sludge Belcher, defensive card, in the Puffin's deck. And that gets played, and that triggers Mirror Entity, giving a third taunt for Zenstyle. Archmage Champion items joins the party at Zenstyle's hand. His hand is not that terrific. He has only one spell to enable. Archmage Antonidas. And that's not too good for him. Well, Puffin has a lot more options, and we'll probably see the death of Sludge Belcher here after Azure Drake was played. Yes, that happened. Unstable Portal comes into play. Might give the also needed steam for Zenstyle. Galthazad, an interesting get to a good beefy minion that may be able to protect Archmage Antonidas if everything falls into place. We'll have to see. Not the easiest feat to do. I think Zenstyle wished to see something that he could have played this turn, something faster, something better. Puffin playing Lothar, probably betting on that Zenstyle might have that Archmage Antonidas, and with the coin, that would be enabler. Plus it gives board presence, and I think that maybe was a bigger factor, just applying pressure of his own, having two big minions. It might be hard to deal for Zenstyle with, and we do see that Zenstyle is in no position with dealing with opponent's board. So it's a pretty slow turn for him. Play just Azure Drake, draws a counter spell, and deals some damage to Puffin's Azure Drake. Puffin actually thinking what to do here. Contemplating sprint, and yeah, that's gonna be played, and that's understandable. There's not much he can do here, so But now that he has... But since he has that oil... yeah, this will allow him to deal with all the board, yeah. He could have Avist and save his Azure Drake, but he, again, values that Avist higher than some other options. Violet Shredder v Kel'Thuzad, what to play here. And decides to be man efficient and enable and plays Kel'Thuzad. We of course see that Kel'Thuzad will be able to be dealt with, and Violet Teacher comes in an actually very good time. Sap is the card. Doesn't save it for Archmage Antonidas, which is a bit interesting. But it allows him to deal with Kel'Thuzad cleanly, so I cannot fault him for that. And now Archmage comes into play, and then pointing to counterspell allows him to generate 2 fireballs and protect Archmage that bit more. Now Puffin of course has to figure out what that secret is, whether it's not counterspell, whether it's not mirror image. Counterplaying what actually to do here. Of course, for giving he has 2 backstab, that is the cheap spell to sack, and he now knows that it's counterspell. So backstab 1 triggers it, and backstab 2 helps him
I am ready to learn.
To deal with Zen Styles, Archmage, and Antonidas. Now the question is, what do you actually use here? And I think Blade Fury is the better option, given that you have the second one in your hand.
I'm ready to learn.
And Zen Style is in a bad spot right now, and it's a very bad spot, giving the enemies just dominance. And he is gonna also this here just apply that much more pressure, and Zen Style really needs a miracle right now. He's not in a too good of a spot. Mirror Image comes in. Flamewaker's played, Mirror Image is gonna be... Fireball first is gonna be played, and then of course probably Mirror Image just to help protect his board. 2 1/1s died. Another spell pops, and Fire Blast helps kill. Second to last token. You could say he maybe kind of stabilized, but yeah, we do see that Puffin still has steam left in his hand. And Dr. 7, Dr. Boom is played, allowing Puffin to still be able to apply pressure. Prep into G Blade Fury.
I am ready to learn.
Will allow Puffin to deal with the board and put him in a very nice spot, and just not to risk it, he kills off Flamewaker. Can internal conjure something up that will save him. Fireball, Echo, Medivh, and Cone of Cold. He goes for the Cone of Cold, but that's not anything that will save him. Goes for Boom his boss. How the Boom bots will fall. They fall to the face, deal 3 damage. And that's gonna be it for Zen Style, and Puffin will take this game 5. And this exciting series. Zen Style didn't found his turnaround so badly, and Puffin wins it. And that's gonna be it for our game. Thanks for watching. My name has been Andris or Dante, whichever you like. And I will see you next time.